Hello again YouTube and welcome back to my channel. In this video we take a trip off-roading with a bunch of VW buses. This hill climb is in Orange County, California. We climb from about sea level to 6,000 feet. On varied terrain, you start off on a nice 2-lane paved road here, which quickly turns into a 1-lane gravel road. Once you're on the gravel road, you go from gravel to dirt, couple sandy sections, some rocky sections. It is a 4x4 road. The majority of vehicles we see coming up and back are trucks, Jeeps, 4x4 stuff. There are quite a bit of dirt bikes that use this trail also, and that was the most annoying part of this entire trip, because it looks like we're going quick here, but at max we're going 15 miles an hour on like this gravel section. Once we get to the dirt road, we're creeping along about 10 miles an hour. Something like 25, 28 miles up to the top, and so the most annoying thing, like I said, was getting passed up by dirt bikes that are going 40, 50 miles an hour in a corner. And it's something you're not really expecting. You don't expect to be passed. And these guys are really rude and pretty reckless. I almost hit one of them in a corner because, I mean, once you're on the dirt road, it gets pretty narrow in some sections, a lot of blind turns. And these guys are just coming up like idiots. So I almost hit one because, again, it's not something I was expecting. The bus is already loud. I mean, you're pretty much in a tin can. It's rattling all over the place, so there's a lot of noise already, and I didn't expect to see a dirt bike, and dude comes around the corner pretty quickly. Yeah, that was sketch. But overall, I mean, I'm not really an off-road guy. We had an opportunity to go on a trip with a bunch of buses, and I've never gone off-roading in a VW before, so I definitely wanted to see what the bus can handle and what the limitations were in an off-road environment. We didn't have any issues. We did lose a couple of vehicles early on. We lost a Vanagon, and we lost a bay window. The Vanagon overheated. I forget what happened to the bay window, but he did make it back down safely. He just couldn't continue to go up with us. Pretty bumpy road. There were a couple sections that were a little sketch. My biggest reservations at first was I thought it was going to be a super steep hill climb. There was going to be some sections of some hills that were super steep, but overall it was a pretty relaxed climb. A lot of switchbacks, so you get the climb in a long distance. Pretty gradual ascent, so it was pretty smooth. It did take a while, but we were also creeping along at a slow pace. Nobody wanted to have any issues, so slow and steady wins the race. Beautiful views of Orange County. Once you get to the top, you get 360-degree views of Southern California, which was pretty cool. You can see from the ocean all the way to the inland valley. And that was something I never experienced before either, and I've lived in SoCal my entire life, so that was pretty cool. But I'm not really an off-road guy. I just really wanted to see what the bus can handle and where the limitations were. Not the most, I guess, off-road trail, there wasn't any washed out sections or something pretty sketch, but it is a Jeep trail, and the majority of vehicles that use this trail are Jeeps, trucks, dirt bikes, stuff like that. So for us to do it in a bunch of old VWs was pretty cool. And when we were up there, guys were kind of tripping, like, because we're in old buses and they're, in their fancy 4x4 rigs. So that was pretty awesome. The second worst part was how dirty the bus got. I got dirt everywhere, all over the bus, all inside the engine bay, all inside the interior. Yeah, it was probably the dirtiest my bus has ever been, which sucked, but I don't know when I'd have the other opportunity to go with a big group of buses up to the top of a hill climb, so you had to do it. So here you can see some of the views of the Orange County. Switchbacks, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Kind of tedious, repetitive. We were going slow, not a big deal. So up ahead of me here is a 1966 Freedom Camper, and up ahead of him is a 1959 single cab Shorty. It's not a real shorty. It's been shortened about 18 inches. It still has a longer bed than a double cab. but it's a cool little mini truck, V-dub. Yeah, it was a cool Convoy. Definitely something that I couldn't pass up. Driving with Safaris open on a dirt road, probably not ideal. Like I said, I got a bunch of dirt everywhere. Dirt in my face, dirt in my mouth. But it was worth it. I mean, it's definitely one for the books for sure. And we're just cruising along 10 miles an hour. So here's a couple of the rocky sections. Not too rocky. We always got to make space to let people pass, or them let us pass. Most of the times they let us pass. We didn't really have to let anybody pass. They let all the turtles go by. I guess we did let somebody pass. And away we go. I would definitely recommend you go up here, whether you do it in a bus or whatever. Some of the best views of Southern California. I've lived in Southern California my whole life, and I've never seen views like this. Not to say, I haven't seen some beautiful stuff, but you pretty much get to see all of Southern California from here. I also had a good view of these sweet buses. Following that Freedom camper. I call it the egg camper. It was pretty cool. Just following the egg the whole way. So I would say this is like a basic dirt road, not unlike any other dirt roads come across. I don't think the challenge level is too steep, but I probably wouldn't do this in my Honda, so I'm really not sure. Like, there you see the two Jeeps. So I couldn't really say, like I said, I'm not a 4x4 guy, so I can't say like, oh, this is a 5 trail or whatever, 2-star. I don't know anything about 4x4ing. I just really wanted to drive my bus and see what we could do, and we did it. It was badass. overall, it was a really cool trip. Definitely something I needed to experience in my bus. Like I said, I'm not really an off-road guy, so I couldn't tell you like, oh, this trail is so challenging or whatnot, but every vehicle we came across was lifted truck or Jeep or truck or 4x4 this. I mean, we were all in stock height buses and we didn't have any issues. I don't necessarily know if you need like a lifted vehicle to do this. But I mean, we did it in stock height buses, which was pretty badass. Worst part about the trip, like I said, was the dirt bikes. The dudes came up really fast. Not all of them were as reckless as the others, but there was enough reckless dudes that it really made it, something to talk about. So if you're a dirt biker and you're on this trail, dude, be a little more careful. I didn't want to hit anybody, and I didn't want anybody to hit me, so yeah, just be mindful of other people out there. Don't be an idiot. So once we made it to the top, hang out in the shade, and then hit the road back home. And there's SoCal. Just like that, we've come to the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, go down, smash that like button, subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.